I bet someone should confirm this for me. It's a breaking news. Federal government add Chinese language to new curriculum for secondary schools. Chinese language, Mandarin, will now be taught in senior secondary schools across Nigeria following a recent review of the national curriculum. How true is this? I don't want to believe say this one another one AI generated news to know what the Nigeria reactions will be. Why are we almost at the receiving end of any bad thing that will not favor Nigerians? Same Nigeria that was colonized by the English, we study English for school. French, we will not know, they bring and come, they study. I remember back then when I grew up, that my language, Edo language, I first know how to read and write. Up till now, those secondary school, or rather Ministry of Education, they encourage that. Now, it would have been more balanced that as we see this one, we see a situation whereby if Chinese we will know more about them. We still write an agreement that our language, they will still teach them for their secondary school over there, but nothing of such. They bring their own con. Now they won't force on us. Very soon, it might just be one of those criteria before you go get job. Now, at this point, I want we Nigerians begin to ask the federal government the kind agreement where they get with them, because every now and then they borrow for their own selfish interest, maintain presidential suite, buy out private jet, and all that. Is it that some of those money which Chinese they borrow Nigeria government now because of all these things? May it not be say the same leaders who we get today, who are above 80 years, who they claim say they are 60, may it not go be so on a very good day when they join their ancestors, we now begin to find out that Nigeria as a nation has been sold to another country. Because from the look of things, a government that's supposed to be responsive and transparent, supposed to consult their citizens. How do you look at this? All of a sudden, they'll just bring them up to people. Why? Is it that we know they learn from the past or what? The same way the British colonized Nigeria, and so that same way they colonized India. But today, majority of them, they use their language till they write. They do so many things, they manufacture. If you don't know, go study them. But our own, we they buy them on the daily basis, they bring in foreign languages just to dominate our own. Has there been a time where Ministry of Education come up with an idea? If you are living in Edo, study Hausa. If you are in Hausa land, for instance, in another part of the country, study Edo language, so that those ones we did not go know more about us. We did this, will know more about them. Is there anything like that? No, you won't bring in another language now, except they don't sell us out and they are afraid to tell Nigerians. Otherwise, this kind of Chinese language where they won't bring come our secondary school and make it compulsory, so it's uncalled for. And at this point, I want to beg Nigerians to reject this. This will not be what we want at the moment. In our various school, history, they don't study it. Our languages, they don't study it anymore. Even if you do, it's as good as useless, because there's no provision when you eventually graduate, say you go make proper use of it. Nigeria as a nation is supposed to make provision for that, so that they will be encouraging professors to go into that. Be a lecturer, study it. The moment you graduate, then you can have a place in the society where you can be gainfully employed. We don't have that. Why are they bringing this on board? I believe at this point, the Ministry of Education, the minister, have to be accountable to Nigerians. Tell us why they bring this kind of shame to us. If we are no longer an independent nation, Chinese is now annexing us. We are now an affiliate of another country far away from us called Chinese, called China. They should let us know. But if we are still one nation, independent country, a sovereign nation, I think this is slap on our face and we have to reject it by all means. Anyway, whatever you think, drop your comment in the comment section once again. Share and follow the page. For the record, if it is all about cultural exchange, Chinese want to know more about us. We want to know more about them. As they teach their own language for our secondary school, they should also be teaching our own language for their secondary school. If it is not, I believe it is not balanced and we are not going to accept it.